Hello everybody, welcome to Introduction to Databases and SQL. In this session, we are going to discuss about referential actions in conjunction with foreign key. So we have the referential actions such as cascade, set null, restrict, no action, etc. Let's begin. So firstly, let's understand what are these referential actions. So since we are discussing about the referential integrity, that is a foreign key, and the foreign key is a key in one table which refers to the primary key of other table. So we are establishing a relationship between two tables, right? So now we need to also discuss about the actions. What happens when I delete a row in my parent table? What happens when I update a row in my parent table? Will it be affecting my child table? Because in the child table, you will enter the foreign key data item based on your parent table. If parent table data item is removed, then what happens to the child table data item? So that's actually dealt with these referential actions. So referential actions are rules defined in MySQL or in fact SQL or any RDBMS that dictate how changes to data in one table, that means the parent table, should affect related data in other table, that is the child table, which has a foreign key relationship. Okay. So how the data is getting affected in the child table when a row is deleted or updated in the parent table. So that's about referential actions. And in RDBMS or in SQL, we were actually given with the 5 referential actions. 5 reference actions are there, and they're namely restrict, cascade, set null, no action, set default. So any of these things we can actually use. And if at all you have to use this, and what is the syntax? The syntax is going to be like this. So whenever we are specifying the foreign key, we'll specify like this, right? So constraint name, foreign key. What is a foreign key column? So single column or multiple columns. References or parent table name and parent column. After that, we need to write actually on delete what should happen, on update what should happen. Both we can actually specify. Okay, only delete and update we have to consider, because whenever we are manipulating deletions and updations, your child will get affected. Insertion does not affect, right? In a parent table you insert, your child is not getting affected. But when you are deleting a particular row, whereas that particular item is available in the child table, now what happens to this child item? And what happens to this particular child item when you are updating? So these are the things we have to see. That's why these referential actions will be given for delete and update. Now let's understand these referential actions. What actually means by restrict, cascade, set null, no action, set default. Later we go for a program. Practically we are going to see. Now, yeah, let's one part. So each of these options defines how referential integrity is maintained when manipulating data that involves relationship between the tables. So relationship between parent and child table. So when you say restrict, what happens? It restricts actually. So prevents the deletion or update of a parent row if there are dependent child rows referencing to it. So if you're trying to delete or update in your parent table, it is going to be restricted. It's not allowed. That means the action is simply aborted. You will be seeing an error, right? So that's about restrict. Then coming to the cascade, cascade means we just follow. Automatically deletes or updates the dependent child rows when the corresponding parent row is deleted or updated. So if I'm deleting in parent, let's delete from the child also. automatically it will get deleted. I'm updating in the parent, automatically it will get updated in the child as well, right? So that is what cascade. So on delete cascade and on update cascade. And we have set null. Set null will set the foreign key values with null values. So if I delete or update my parent table, the corresponding data here in the uh, child table will be set with null values. And no action. No action means it's similar to restrict only. And of course, no action is the default action. If I'm not writing anything, I just specified the foreign key, it is going to be no action only. See, we have seen in the previous session how to specify the foreign key, and we did it. We did some queries, right? By default, on delete, on update is actually no action over there. No action is similar to restrict only. It prevents the deletion or updation of a parent row if there are dependent child rows. But what is the difference between no action and restrict means how internally the database handles it. That differs actually. No action means how database handles, and restrict how handles. That only differs. Otherwise, both are same. Restrict or no action. And of course, by default, it is no action only. And then we have set default. So sets the foreign key columns in the child rows to their default values when the parent row is deleted or updated. So what can happen here is we can say set default. Okay, whatever the default values are there. So those default values are going to be set with these values. So if you delete a parent row, then the corresponding data in the child table will be set with the default value, right? So these are the referential actions in MySQL. So in order to understand this practically, so we need to go ahead and do some operations in our DB. And before that, so as I told, for a delete update that is not specified, the default action is going to be no action, right? So as an example here, first you need to have a table with the primary key. Then you should have another table uh, with the primary key, of course, and a foreign key that references the primary key of the parent table. And you can write on delete cascade, you can write here, and you can also say, yeah, as per the syntax right here, you can say on delete cascade, and you can also say on update. You can say on delete, just follow. On update, you can actually say set null or restrict. Okay, if you are not setting means by default that is no action. That is nothing but restrict only or set to default. Like that, we can actually mention. Okay, so this is a theory. What is basically referential actions? What happens if you are not specifying any referential action? That is no action. Nothing is going to happen. No action. No action means if you delete, no action. That means restrict. You will get an error by default. It's not going to get deleted. Only cascade, it will get deleted. Otherwise, we have other options like set null or set default. Fine. So let's now go ahead and see how we are going to do with our DB. So let me open my DB, and here we are into my DB. I'm going to take the same data table which we have used. So select database. Yeah, select database. This is a function like that we have to use. We are in my DB, and here we have show tables. And these are the tables. I have customers table and orders table where I have specified the primary key and foreign key things actually. Now let's say system CLS. Let me actually show customers first of all. So DESC customers. So we have CID, CNAME country where CID is the primary key, and DESC orders. So here I have actually, of course, a foreign key is also there. I'm going to drop it now, and later I will show you. Yeah, so now I have two tables, customer, and I have Order table has a foreign key cust ID, which is actually referring to customer. So let me actually show you that. So how we are referring. So show create a table orders. Now you can actually see create table orders, order ID so and so, order amount is so and so, order date is so and cust ID. And then you can actually see foreign key references customer, and I have set actually on delete set null, but I'm going to delete it actually. I'm just going to delete. I just show you how we can actually do it from the beginning. Okay, so already foreign key is there, which was actually set to null. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to alter the table. Okay, so how I'm going to alter the table? Let me actually show you. Yeah, so alter table orders drop constraint FK customers orders. So I have this foreign key FK customer order, right? I'm going to delete this. After that, I'm going to show again. Let me show create table orders. Now you don't have a foreign key. You don't have a foreign key. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create again a foreign key. Yeah, so alter table orders. I'm going to create the foreign key, same FK customers orders, foreign key cust ID, and then references customer ID. Now I am not saying anything actually here. Okay, no referential constraints, uh, just a normal foreign key. I'm specifying without any referential constraint. That means it is by default no action. So nothing should happen if I delete. Okay, so let me do it. So now foreign key was set. I just want to again show you how the table got created. Now you can have constraint, foreign key, references, customer ID, on delete, on update. I have nothing actually. Now let me show you the DB. Select start from customers. So this is my customer thing, and select star from orders. Okay. Yeah. So now I will try to delete, let's say 7. So 7 Anshul Canada, I want to delete. So will deletion will happen? Definitely no, because by default, no action. That is restrict only. So let's try delete from customers. I'm trying to delete from parent table. So then only the problem will come, right? So whenever you are manipulating your parent table, then any referential things are there. So in order to handle, we have these referential constraints or referential options. So delete from customers. What I'm saying is where CID equal to 7. So will it get deleted? If it will get deleted, there is no meaning for primary key foreign key concept, right? By default, the referential option is no action. So now let's see. Cannot delete or update a parent row because a foreign key constraint is there actually. So based on the CID, there is a value in orders table. You cannot delete it, right? That is the no action by default. No action or restrict. Okay, if at all I want to delete, what I need to do is I need to make it cascade. Okay, so for that, what I have to do, again, I have to drop my alter table orders, drop constraint FK customers. I am dropping this. So now there is no, you can actually see, there is no constraint now. There is no foreign key constraint. Okay, so now what I do, I have dropped it. Now I will make it as cascade. So for that, again, I have to use this one, alter table. Yeah, alter table orders, then add constraint. And then here, references customer ID. After this, what I'm doing is on delete cascade. So you can write capital letters or small letters, no problem. On delete cascades. I'm saying let's delete it. If I delete in parent row, let's get deleted in child row as well. So that's what cascade is about. Okay, even the same case with on update as well. Okay, so now let me actually run. So affected, 5 rows affected. So I have 5 rows over there. So now let me show you that. So this constraint has come up with on delete cascade. Now let me show you again. Select star from orders, and I'm going to delete 7, right? Now let me actually say delete from customers where CID equal to 7. Okay, so when I delete customers, let me show you these customers also. That's better. Yeah, both are there. Now I'm going to delete from customers. Now from customer 7 will go off. Since it is going, it's getting deleted. The 7 in the child table also will get deleted. So that's what cascade is about. Yeah, query okay. There is no error now. Now let's see. Select star from orders. There is no 7. There is no 7. It has gone, right? The same fashion in the customers, it got deleted. That's why in the child table also it got deleted. So there is no 7 over here. Right? This is about the cascade, right? So cascade, restrict, no action already. We have understood, right? So restrict and no action are same. And we can actually set null values also. So earlier I have set some null value. So if at all you want to do set null, I can actually do that. So in order to do that, I need to drop the constraint first. It's dropped. And then again, I am adding the constraint, primary key constraint, by making here CID on delete references customer on delete. What I'm saying, set null on delete set null. Now query okay. Query okay. So if at all you want to show create table, I can actually show you that. Yeah. So now you can see on delete set null. Now what I'm going to do, I want to delete something. So select star from orders, select star from customers. Now, if I delete something, it should become null actually. So for example, I'm going to delete uh, which one order ID has order ID 15 has customer ID 2, right? So now I am going to delete actually. So delete from customer where CID equal to 2. Now what should happen? This 2 will get deleted here to David UK, and in the child table, in the place of 2, you will get null because we asked to set null. On delete, we are set null. So query okay. Now select star from orders, and you will actually see null has come up. And in the customers, you will have the 2 has gone actually. Okay, so this is how we can actually work with referential actions or referential options, whatever it is, right? Actually, I did give you an examples of update, the same fashion actually. So whatever we are doing for the delete, in the same fashion, we have to do it for update as well. Okay, so if you want update 1, I will give you. So now what I do is I will again delete this. Okay, so now what we do, alter table orders, and then we will add both actually on delete and on cascade. So references on delete set null. Okay, so if you want, I can write like this properly. On delete set null, on update, what we do. So no action is by default. On update cascade. When I update, I am saying let's cascade, do it. But on delete, let's not do it actually. Okay, so this is the action I'm going to do it. Now on update, let's cascade. Yeah, so 4 rows affected. So now if you see show create table. Yeah, now you can actually see that you have this one on delete set null, on update cascade. Okay, so now let's again go ahead with the tables, and let's do select star from orders and select star from customers. Okay, so what we do, let's try updating actually. Let's update Okay, so what will update? Okay, so update customers, update customer. We said cascade, right? So update it allows actually update customers. Um, Set CID equal to two, where CID to two, where CNAME equal to RAM. One row affected. It got updated. Okay, so now let's select star from orders. See here, earlier my customer ID is 1, right? Now what I did, I have changed that 1 to 2. I've changed that 1 to 2 actually. Okay, if at all you want to see the customers as well, now you can actually see RAM has become 2. I have updated, and the same update is actually being cascaded in the child table as well. So this is on update actually, right? So since we have made on update equal to cascade, okay, on update, if we say uh, set null or restrict, then it will not happen. So updations will be carry forwarded to your child tables actually. But on delete, I said set null. So that's however we have seen actually. So this is how we can actually work with on delete and on update referential actions in MySQL. For that, we have reference options like restrict, cascade, set null, no action, set default. Hope you have understood. Um, so see you in the next class. Thank you.